Bada bing bada.
Hi.
Hi.
We did it. We
We did it.
botted.
That was take what, 4?
Mm-hmm.
But I did surprise attack you there
That
the
was a
first
sneak
time.
attack. I don't know what I thought we were doing. I was just like looking down at my phone, like,
But
no,
we
we
made
don't
it.
have shit to do.
Right. It's
We,
only 9 o'clock. It's Friday, which is not usual for us. We're usually recording on a Wednesday, so we are like, boppity bop trying to get it done.
Love
Um,
Island ending really messed us up.
yes, because like, what else are we gonna do? We may as well record 5 nights a week now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to just to
Fill the void.
yeah.
So Amber tonight is shine bright like a diamond.
Mm-hmm.
With the little emoji thing, she snuck in there again, and I feel like you explained it to me last time how you're doing that, and I can't remember. It's got to be witchcraft.
It's just because I have a Mac. Yeah, so the emoji keyboard.
That's
It's
what
just
it
a
was.
just a quick little keyboard shortcut.
That comes with every Mac.
I think so. Yeah,
Mm,
I'm pretty sure.
okay.
And I think that your computer can do it too. I don't think it's exclusive to just Macs, but I think if you do it, it'll probably be like the like Android emojis. You won't get like the Apple emojis probably,
Mm,
which is
okay.
weird. It's like Walmart emojis. You know what I'm
Which
talking about?
one? Apple or oh yeah, like it looks like the Walmart smiley face
Yeah,
for Android.
yeah.
No, it does. Yeah,
It
that is funny. I
absolutely
never
does.
thought of it like that.
That's like, why am I using these Kmart emojis? It happens in Google Chat all the time. Like my emojis are the regular ones, the Apple ones,
Right.
you know.
The
But
usual, the
my
standard.
boss, who isn't using a Mac or any Apple devices,
Mm,
he has the Walmart emojis because he's on some kind of other world device.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
What a way to live.
yeah, probably like a Samsung.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I did have a Samsung, and I really did like it actually.
They're actually
Um,
better phones. Like iPhones don't do anything.
the photos on it were so good. This is back in the day though. Like photos were like still real bad, and
Yeah.
then the Samsung was real good. Now I feel like they've kind of leveled out a bit. So
Yeah, I can't tell the difference anymore.
yeah.
I
Hmm.
used to be able to tell.
I do want to talk about my sign a little bit for a moment. Um,
Okay.
so, as our avid listeners know, and our avid watchers, which I don't know if those two groups are the same or not, um, we got a sign recently. We have a little out of touch neon sign in the background here.
Yeah.
I had to unplug it because I was sleeping on the closet floor with my cat for about a week, who is healing. And now I had to plug it back in tonight for our recording. Went to plug it back in. Apparently, it only has strobe mode now.
Yeah, and I really don't want to have a seizure tonight, so I would prefer if we didn't do strobe mode.
I'm
I'm
trying
glad we
not to have a
opted for.
seizure.
Yeah, that's the goal, I
Yeah.
think, today.
Hmm.
So Tori tonight is optimistic Olympian, and
This week we have an update.
we do. I just want to know if either of us has bothered to tell Terrell that he doesn't have to worry about dressing up as the narcoleptic Pegasus with vertigo.
I have not told him yet, and I know he has listened to at least one episode, and I
Okay.
do wonder if he's heard it. I'm leaning on probably not though.
Yeah. Well, and just so he knows, like, we've decided this is a bad idea because of the narcolepsy and the vertigo.
You know what I didn't think about last week is the Pegasus, because Pegasus is, they have wings, right?
Yes.
So I hadn't thought about like the narcoleptic Pegasus actually like being in flight.
Until right now.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking of like just the Pegasus on the ground, and now I'm picturing it kind of fluttering around and just falling from flight. Wow.
It has wings, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we're just cleared up on um every week a new detail.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm excited to see what happens next week. Like, do we put glitter paint on the Pegasus's hooves because they have
No,
that?
no, no. Now
No,
you're getting too big brothery. You didn't see
Big
the
Brother.
chick.
Oh, the glitter. I forgot. I haven't seen that. I saw people talking about it. I think that was one of the times when I was not paying
Yeah.
attention well.
Yeah, I don't think it was consensual.
It sounds like it wasn't.
Definitely not. Okay, so what's going on this week?
Okay, so I do have a life update. Me and my husband are getting a divorce. Things just weren't working. We just couldn't reconcile our differences, and I think it's going to be better to have two happy, separate parents
Yeah.
for our baby than both of us not being very happy together. So
Yeah, that's
um,
fair.
yeah, so it's been tough. It's been a tough couple weeks. Also, my cat is really sick, so I don't think we've talked about that on the
Mm-mm.
podcast. So dealing with that as well. So
It's been a
been
doozy.
it's been a doozy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay for if life could just chill for a little
Yeah.
bit.
The most important part is for you to both be happy.
Yes,
And if you can't make that work together, then two happy parents is better than two together parents.
yes, exactly. One good thing that will come of this is I am back on Tinder.
Yes. And
Um,
we're already reaping the benefits of that content just mutually.
and I'm just on there for fun right now. I'm not actually trying to like get into anything serious, obviously. But I think it's going to be a fun content producing journey. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah. Once we sort out how to determine if they're AI or not, we'll be good to go.
Yeah, we'll bop into the Tinder stuff. So I've already been collecting data
Yeah.
from Tinder. So when I was on Tinder, I met my husband on Tinder. But here we are again. Here we find ourselves. And the last time I was on it, I did get like some kind of funny stories out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
And like a lot of funny screenshots. So this time I've started collecting data. I've started getting some screenshots. First of all, I kind of want to go over things I've noticed on Tinder.
Okay.
Um, Everyone is a gamer, which is cool. I'm a gamer. I'm into that. I love that. Everyone also works in med device sales, and I'm just not quite sure what that is. What is a med device? Is it? Are we selling like CPAP?
That's the impression that I get. And, it's funny that you said that because I thought the same thing because I'm pretty sure Kendall and Nicole from Love
Yes.
Island both do that.
Yes.
And I thought it was so funny, like, oh, they have their career in common, but honestly, I'm not really sure what that means.
Yeah.
Like, is it different types of medical devices? Does everybody have
Right.
their own niche?
Is it a call center? Like, what is the environment?
Do you go to the doctor's office and like people do with like medicine and
Right.
you drop off sample? Like, how does that work?
Are you selling to people or are you selling?
Companies. Like,
Yeah.
are you selling to the hospitals and
I'll
stuff like
match with
that?
one and I'll figure that out. I
Yeah,
haven't
I think
yet.
that's data that we're gonna have to have.
Yeah. That'll be on an update in one of
Yeah.
the future episodes.
Yeah. Okay.
Everyone also has a motorcycle. This I'm not into.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like a little.
Pass.
I don't want any of that stress. I have a cousin who passed away from a motorcycle accident. I stop with all the motorcycles.
Yeah, no
Like,
motorcycles. No thanks.
how do I see so few motorcycles on the road, but every Tinder profile has a motorcycle in it? The math isn't
Maybe
mathing.
they just keep them in their garage. Maybe they don't actually use them.
Hmm, maybe.
I don't
And I
know
do
why that would be the
sometimes I'm like,
case.
because I see the motorcycle, I instantly swipe left, and then I think, oh, were they like on vacation and just like renting it, And
No.
here I just
No, I think you
missed
gotta, I think
out
that's a safe assumption to make.
that they do own it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what
Yeah.
I was doing. Everyone also is 6'4" or more. There, someone was 6'8".
But is the 6'8" in the room with us? Like,
No. My ceilings don't even go that tall. Like, Jesus Christ. 6'4".
I don't think most people's.
I'm 4'11". Like, it's not for me. And that's
Yeah.
fine. A lot of women are into that, so I do understand.
Geographically, it just doesn't line up.
For me, it doesn't. Yeah. It's like, we can't
We're
kiss
on two
and
different
partake
planets.
in other activities at the same time. It's you're kissing or
Right.
you're doing other stuff. You can't
Right.
do both.
We're in two different places, like in time.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, there may actually be a time difference between that height.
There's absolutely a time difference. There's a weather difference. We know, like, there's a time difference. Absolutely. Northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, like, we're not the same.
Some of my red flags are, though, this is not really, like, this probably doesn't pertain to the general population. It's just my trauma, I think. But people who have, you can, like, put your love language on there.
Mm-hmm.
Love language touch is a little bit, it's more of a yellow flag, but if I see that with a motorcycle, no.
Yeah.
You know, or that with, like, 6'4", no.
Oh, it's like you have to make a split-second decision.
Mm-hmm. And I think 2 yellow flags definitely equals a red flag.
I agree. I think that's, again, I think you're being safe here.
Mm-hmm. And then my other red flag is
them being 6'4".
For sure. But like them also having a mustache. I love a mustache, love a beard. I'm into that. But when the mustache curls under the top lip.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about.
And it's not like trimmed at the lip.
Yeah.
Because I have been in that kiss before.
It's giving sheriff.
It's giving pew, pew. I'm kissing wet pubes on your face. Like, why?
Yeah.
Trim it up. Like, when you go to...
Trim it up.
Trim it up or shave it off. One or the
other.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's totally fair.
At this point, those are my red flags. I'm sure those will be updated as time goes on.
Okay.
Some of the fun screenshots we have. Let's see. This is lovely. This guy, he's got a couple things on here. Third bullet point. Don't swipe right if you think you weigh more than me.
No, that's not real. That's a bot. That's not a person. Right? That's not.
I hope not. Here's a good one. This one is white male, just like in the middle of like maybe the Dallas Cowboys football field. There's a blue star. So I think that might be the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I don't know. His profile, his bio says, hypersexual professional white male looking for a highly sex-driven woman, preferably Black or Hispanic, for constant fun. Hit me up if you want to have
constant. No.
Hypersexual. Absolutely not. That's terrifying.
Why? That's it.
At
That's the whole thought.
Front. At least
yeah.
He lays it out there, you know.
I guess, like, you know what you're getting into.
He definitely kind of hits on it a couple times here. Hypersexual, highly sex-driven, and constant fun. And really, it's only one sentence.
Right.
Three mentions
you've managed to say this 18 times in 5 words. Impressive.
I swiped left on that one.
I don't get why.
Yeah. This next one, the bio is chef life. I'm like, oh, okay. Like that. Then we have, this one's a conversation I had. And I guess I'll call him Steven, not his real name. Steven says, hey there. And I said, hi, how are you? He said, very good. How are you? And I said, doing good too. So we're doing okay so far.
We're having a conversation that's seems normal. Everything's
so far feels that way.
Good to go.
He says, sweet. What's your fine ass doing tonight? And I was like, that's a little like odd so quickly, but
right.
Whatever. We can, you know, we have like a greenish yellow, like a lime green flag coming up.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know, we'll move on. We'll see how it goes. I said, I'm just being boring, having a night in. Maybe I'll try to learn some music or something because I think I was playing the piano that night. And then I said, what are you doing with the headphones on in all your pics? Because he has headphones on in a lot of his pictures. I'm like, is he a musician or like an audio guy? What is he doing, you know?
Yeah.
And he said, oh, I dabble in games ever so often. What's your feet smell like?
I was just waiting for where is it? Where's the weird comment? I know it's coming. I know it's around the corner. I can feel it. This is it's like he was too normal.
Mm-hmm.
And
Should have known.
that should have been the red flag.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm. America, comma, freedom, comma, God. Okay. It's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Support your men so we can support you ladies. And then at the end it says there's only two genders with the little huggy emoji or like, you know, grabby emoji.
Yeah, as soon as God was mentioned, I checked out.
Mm-hmm. So that's what's going on for me this week. The Tinder adventures have begun, and I will keep everyone posted with that. Oh, I did. So I did match with someone who I actually met before. So I play a lot of disc golf. Everyone knows that. And I think it was my first round after being postpartum that I went and played. And there was this guy playing there as well, and he was waiting for his friend. I was playing with my brother, and then we were just like chatting as we were both waiting for. I was waiting for my brother. He was waiting for his friend, and we ended up playing the disc golf round together. And at the end of the round, he like gave me a disc and then like gave me his phone number and said he knew I was married and stuff. There was no like inappropriate flirting or anything like that. But he gave me his phone number, said he was looking for more like disc golf friends, and that me and my husband should hit him up like next time we play the course closer to them. And I said, yeah, we'll do that. And then I told my husband about it. He wasn't feeling it. So I never ended up like reaching out to the guy or anything, just moved on. So I ended up matching with him on Tinder. I didn't realize it was him actually at first until I was like going through the photos, and then I was like, oh my gosh, that is the same guy. So Amber and I are calling him Misconnections now.
MC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So anyways, so we are both just like we're both in like weird places right now, so I'm not sure like if anything like actually romantic will come of that, but
yeah,
it's been really nice just like having someone to chat with.
Yeah.
It's lonely when you're used to always like living with someone and like bouncing ideas off someone all the time, you know. So it's just been nice like having someone to chat with. Someone extra. I have a lot of good friends to chat with as well, but
and he just seems like genuinely nice. Yeah, like a kind person to just chat with. Yeah, and it's also just so strange because it was like that happened, I think, the week after we did Misconnections on the podcast, or like 2 weeks later or something. Yeah. And so it's just like so funny that we could call him Misconnections.
That's why the name
be
came
so relevant. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I remember the voice note because you were like, I had some misconnections. And I was like, what? Yeah, so misconnections in real life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's been fun. So I'll keep everyone posted on the journey, and it'll be fun. It'll be something.
Yeah. Well, it'll be entertaining for sure. If nothing else, it will be a great source of entertainment. So.
I think so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we talked about misconnections. So on the other hand, we had misconnections. That's been fun. And then we have pushed connections.
Very curious about this.
So push connections was also a disc golfer. Maybe that's my type. It doesn't hurt.
I wasn't going to say it.
It doesn't hurt. So Push Connections reached out and like, you know, was like, oh, you play disc golf too, and we connected on that for a little bit. We went to phone number pretty quickly within like a day, and he kept being a little pushy, like, oh, we should go play around. I'm like, yeah, like I already said we are gonna play around. Like, why do you keep? We said like Saturday, it's only Thursday. Why do you keep
Right.
saying it?
I think
And
you
then
need a calendar.
and then he kept saying like, and then we'll go to a movie and then dinner after, and then you can come over to my place for dessert or something like that. You know, like it was always like first of all, like a 12-hour event. It felt like was lining up for this person I've never hung out with before. So I'm like,
right. It's
and
a
I
little
told him,
intense.
yeah, and then also like I don't know if I want to go to your house either. Like that could
Right.
potentially be dangerous. Like
we just started speaking to one another.
We haven't even met face to face. I'm not agreeing to all this up front. So I told him, no, I don't want to do like a long thing. You know, the first time I meet someone, let's just keep it like to a disc golf round. And then I think I had mentioned some other things also. So like I said that, and then like I did another text. I can't remember what the other text was. And he said, that's all fine with me, and like went on and we chatted some more. And then like a couple hours later, he's like, yeah, when we play disc golf, make sure you pack it back so we can go swimming, and then I'll cook you dinner after. And like swimming at the pool, like at his place or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did I not just say? And I'm like, you know what? I did send like a lot of texts at once. Right. Maybe it was kind of information overload. Here I am already making excuses for people. And I'm like, maybe it's information overload. Maybe he just like didn't catch that snippet. Mm-hmm. And I said, like, let's just keep it to the disc golf round. Like, also, I haven't been seen by anyone but my husband since I was postpartum. Like, I don't know you that well. I'm not going to go wear a bathing suit, like, on our first date when I don't even know if I'm going to like you. You know, like.
Yeah, it's too much.
It was feeling too much. And then a bit of a flag, too, when I had already said.
Right.
Like, no, I don't want to do anything else. And he's pushing it again. And then he's like, oh, whatever, you know, and like we went on, talked some more. And then later again, he said something about like us hanging out after the disc golf round again. And I'm just like, what is, and I ignored it. And then he said, out of nowhere, are you submissive or dominant? And I was like, whoa.
There it is.
There it is. And like, that's a fair question, but we weren't, the timing vibes weren't there yet.
I think you were having like two different conversations. Yes. There were 4 people in the conversation.
Mm-hmm. And I just blocked him at that point. I sat there. I did think about for like an hour, like what to respond to him. And I had like typed stuff out a couple times, you know. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like stressing out over this. I've already kind of laid my boundaries out. He straight out ignored some of them. So like, it's not on me to make this guy feel better. And I just blocked him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was a strange.
Yeah. That's the thing that really bothers me about the apps. Like, just people like rushing into asking me questions like that, and it's just like, can we take our time to get there? Like, do we really have to just skip right into that? I don't know. I just think that's
and I
so
think some
boring.
People do, but like I think I was kind of making it clear, hey, I want to take it a little slower, mm-hmm. And the boundaries just kept getting pushed.
Yeah.
So
boundary schmoundary.
So Push Connections is he's blocked. But a lot of guys, like on their profiles, it'll say, don't ask me to go to Snapchat or something. Oh like,
my gosh.
What? Why is that so bad? I think like some women try to charge on there or something, but.
Okay, that's interesting. So we should start making up like the invisible rules of Tinder.
Yes.
Like that's one of them.
Good idea.
No Snapchat. Okay. That's offensive. How dare you? And honestly, it makes sense. Like, I feel like you can protect yourself a little bit better in like not giving somebody your phone number.
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't know people that well, and are you going to chat on Tinder forever? And you can't like do pictures or anything like that, can you? On Tinder?
On Tinder, no. I don't think so. I think you
Yeah.
can video call on it, but that's a big step.
Ugh.
Video call. I don't even know if I want a voice call with my mom, let alone, sorry, mom, let alone,
I don't want to voice call anyone.
right, let alone
Like,
voice and face. Like, oh,
yeah, that's a
ah.
lot. You might as well just go on Love Island. Like, that's the same level of commitment, honestly. Just
So push
saying.
connection, first fail. And these are the only 2 people I took off the app so far, and so 50% of them are blocked.
50-50.
Yeah.
50-50. But I
Mm-hmm.
would say that misconnections is like a happy, that's
Yeah,
a
that's been
really
fun.
positive 50%. So
Yeah.
those odds are better than I would have thought,
Mhm. Mhm.
to be
True.
honest.
That's true. Yeah.
Also, what's going on this week? We became obsessed with diamond art.
Oh, absolutely obsessed. Yeah.
So I went over to Tori's house and we were going to watch Love Island and hang out with her cat.
And
And
can I just say, Amber came over to sit in my closet with me
it was great.
for hours.
Her closet is amazing. Like she says closet, but it's like it's large, you guys. Like it's a large space, okay?
We
It
laid
doesn't
on
feel like
like
a closet.
3 thin blankets on the floor
Yeah, but
for
we were
hours.
cozy. I came in my pajamas. I was like, we're gonna watch Love Island on the floor with the cat, and that is what it is. And so I was like, we need an activity. And while I was in Virginia, my friends and I had a craft night, and one of them bought this diamond art while we were at Walmart. And I didn't get to try it, but she spoke so highly of it, like of how relaxing it was, that I was like, okay, we've got to do this. And so I'm like about to go to Tori's house, and I was like, wait, I have to stop at Walmart and see if I can find the diamond art. We became obsessed with this. We did this diamond art, you guys. It was several hours. We watched Love Island. We started the UK Love Island. Then we switched to Jersey Shore, which was an excellent decision. Um, by the way, totally forgot that they used to call Snooki Snickers. Like,
Love that.
that's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Amber had
Um,
not seen Jersey Shore. Actually, she was kind of against it until we put it on. You seem like you kind of got into it once
I
it was
did.
on.
Okay, I have seen some of it, but I've never
Okay.
watched like it was always in social situations. Like I was at somebody's house and they were watching it. It was a great decision. And the diamond art only comes with one little, I don't even know what you call it,
Tool?
installer. Yeah, the little tool that you use to put the diamonds on the thing. There's only one of them, so we're like, oh, it's fine. We'll just alternate back and forth. Which was so hard because neither of us wanted to stop. We
No.
just wanted to
It
keep
was,
diamond arting.
yeah, and then I would like realize that I've had it for like 150 diamonds, and I'm like, I have
Yes.
got to pass it off, but I'm just gonna do one
I
more.
just have to do this one more, like this area, like I'm doing this one color. And it's so interesting. I had the same exact issue the next day when I did it with my son, who's 10. He had it for like a straight hour, and I was just so glad that he was
Like
enjoying it, so I didn't want to say
biting your
anything.
nails over there.
Yeah, but I'm like checking in, like, hey, I just made another cup of coffee. I don't know if you want to. Like, I drove home from Tori's house the next day at like 8 in the morning, and I got home and immediately kept going with my diamonds. Like,
You
that's
have
how,
to.
yeah. And I'm super excited. I got Tori a Taylor Swift one, and I can't wait for her to start it.
I can't wait.
It's going to be good. Yeah.
Eee!
So tune in next week to see, how obsessed we are with this hobby.
I do have a question since you're towards the end. Do they give you extra beads? They have to, right?
Yes.
Okay,
You have like way more beads than what you actually need.
good.
I have
Okay.
not run out of a single color.
This week, how do we feel about dot 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 question mark MLMs? And these are multi-level marketing schemes. Scheme
They
organizations, maybe. Scheme sounds right.
well, they are a scheme.
Yeah.
Like, I think that is what it is with an MLM. I hate them.
I hate them so much. And at this point, like, you can't just like be my friend and invite me and me like still be cool with you after. Like, you're trying to steal my money.
Well, and I've fallen victim to them so many times without realizing in the past. Yeah. So, okay, I went to someone's house and they were having a party.
Did you know her?
No.
Okay, so you knew her through like some of my mutual friends, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And I liked her. Like,
she's nice. Yeah.
We had met like once previously in like a group gathering, but it was brief. It wasn't like we talked afterwards or anything like that. So this was really like my first experience with her, and I really liked her. And then I left and I was like, I just spent $100 on makeup. Like, God. I don't even like makeup that much. Like, I buy all my makeup from Walmart. I don't.
Why did I do that?
Yeah. I feel like I just blacked out. It was definitely like a people pleaser thing. Like,
it's weird because like you want to support your friends. So that's how they get people in on it. It's like, you're supporting your friend. No.
Yeah, it's kind of icky. So
steamy. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. So, and then like the relationship afterwards is just kind of strange.
Ooh,
so,
yeah,
like that's how it started, but then it was like, oh, do you need more $40 foundation? No, quite frankly, I don't. A thing of foundation lasts me for 6 years. Actually, because I don't wear that much. Like,
no, it actually starts degrading before I'm done with it.
Right. It's yeah, I'm all good on that. So that was one experience that I had. The other experience I personally have with MLMs was one that focused on weight loss and like working out. And the person who reached out to me about it, actually I had multiple women who reached out to me about this same program. And they all reached out to me within the year I was postpartum with my second child.
Absolutely fucking not.
And some of them had kids and some of them didn't. So it was just kind of like a go fuck yourself.
Absolutely go fuck yourself. What the sorry.
Yeah.
What in the no.
And I like unfollowed and unfriended those people.
I've never fallen victim, thankfully. And it's not, I think I just haven't, it just hasn't happened. It's not that I'm like a strong person who can avoid these things or anything. I just haven't been like reached out. I've had a couple people like reach out to me, but I was never that close with them. So like I just didn't respond. But
that's how I was with the beach body one. I just straight up ignored them.
But I could see myself falling victim if it was like someone I was close with like 8 years ago before I really knew what these things were about.
Yeah. Well, it's like you don't realize how sketchy something is.
But then it's like, and then they try to convince you to buy in on the scheme too. Like, not only are you just buying it, you're buying like enough to sell to other people too.
Right. That's the thing.
You're ever actually going to sell it.
No. So don't love MLMs. I don't think anybody loves MLMs except for the people who are like in them. And then it's like you're in the cult.
It is a cult. Yeah. Okay. So next up is funny text. Why did I say next up?
I thought that was good, actually.
Okay, we'll keep it.
That's a good segue. I mean, like, what else are you supposed to say? You know,
like batter up.
You should say that instead. Let's go back. Let's go backsies. Okay, so this one is with Tori and I. And I texted her and asked, "Did you watch the Rings of Power?" And she said, "Yes, I saw Captain Planet." Mm-hmm. And I said, laughing my ass off, "What?" And she sent a voice note, which I took a screenshot of because I needed the transcription. Mm-hmm. And in the voice note, she says, "You asked if I watched the Rings of Power, and I did, yes, when I was a kid. It was Captain Planet, and they know and they know with their powers combined, they put all the rings together.
Mm-hmm.
That must be what you're talking about.
Must
And
be.
you said it with like absolute fucking certainty. Like
Yeah.
that must be what you're talking about. And I said, "Stop, you're hilarious. That's not what I meant." And I sent her the screenshot for The Rings of Power on Hulu, which is a Lord of the Rings TV show.
Yeah, she
So
was
it's not
trying to like
Captain Planet.
pull me into some Lord of the Rings. It's like I've seen enough walking for my lifetime. I do enough walking.
No, they do more than walk. They run. They boat. They be moving. Okay.
They do be moving.
They
I
be
can't
moving.
figure
I
out what I
love
like best.
Lord of the Rings. And it's so funny to me because it seems like you would be the target audience for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Because you like Doctor Who and Harry Potter and
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Yeah,
like,
but they do more than walk.
well, it's questionable.
This one is from Amber. I said, I'm probably going to sleep very soon. She said, I'm so glad to hear that. I was hoping you were relaxing. I've been bar winching it up. I thought this was a typo. Knowing us, I thought typo for Surrey's taken over again. And I said, what's bar winching? And I was saying it as like a joke. I thought she was going to be like LMAO Siri. And I said, I know what winching is. And she said, LMAO, it's when my kitchen is really messy and I don't want to clean it. So I put on tavern music and pretend I'm just tending to my bar. And I just really love that imagery. And I got a good giggle for sure when I read that one.
Yeah. Birdie and I both agree that that's how we get our kitchen clean. Do you want to hear the tavern music?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Oh my God.
There's a whole playlist. Yeah.
Wow. You've
And it's
taken
got a
this
cat.
very seriously.
That's a cat.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's really great. Okay.
Yeah. So, and if I had like a really cool corset dress situation, I
for
would
sure.
definitely wear it to do this task. But thus, I have not found my bar winch uniform quite yet.
Okay. It'll come.
We're working that out. My next text is from the Band of Clowns chat, and we were all talking about Big Brother. And Shoshana said, if Lisa glitters one more meal non consensually, she's going to be the next Angela. And then Sam says, bro, the glitter is out of control. And then Sam follows that up with, I really just want to have fun with you guys, except for you, crazy eyes.
Oh my God.
The glitter is crazy. Like, that's all I'm going to say about Big Brother. The glitter is crazy.
That is wild. It's Angela this season too. Is
hilarious.
Yeah. It's good TV.
It is incredible TV. It's almost like I don't believe it. Like, is she being crazy on purpose?
I know, right?
Like, it's just too good to be like, she's this deluded that she like, and she said that. Oh man. Anyway, no.
We are going to start talking about Big Brother too. Probably next episode that we record.
Yes.
This one is from a friend of ours. And it's talking about two children. And it says child 1 took off his diaper, shit on the floor, and then child 2 walked through it and slipped on it with the laughing emoji. And there's not just one pile, there's 2 piles. Child 2 didn't see the second one because it was on the wood floor, and that's the one she slipped on. Her face was pure devastation.
Oh my God. I totally forgot that happened. I like blacked out when I read that. That's hilarious. Ooh.
I mean, you can't help but say what a shit show.
Yeah, like never been a more accurate time for that sentence.
Parenting, gotta love it. Seriously though, I do love it, but
yeah,
it's got its messy moments.
I could do without the shitty ones. Like vomit, okay. Gross, but like
Ooh, I don't know. I guess I
that's
don't
a
think
good
I've
how do
had a
we feel
bad
about
true, yeah. I don't think I've had a bad poop experience yet. Like Finn
okay.
never went in the bathtub or anything like that.
I send you all the light in the world when you begin potty training.
Oh boy. I'm sure.
That's when it happened for us. My next one is from Birdie. This one she sent me a couple days after I got home from Virginia. And she said, I just started my fucking period 2 days early. We spent 4 days together and you done thrown my whole uterus off. And I said, no, damn bodies are so weird. And she said, I hope you read that last text in Henrietta's thick country mama accent. Done thrown my uterus off.
I
That
will
wasn't the right
say
accent, but I don't.
okay.
I'm not going to try to replicate it.
Okay. I will say Amber used her witchcraft on me as well. She came over to the night of the kitty closet.
The diamond
art.
when we became crackheads for the diamond art.
Yes, yeah. The last day of the rest of my life.
Yes.
She walked in my house, and I was kind of late because I think because I've been having trouble eating, and every time I have trouble eating when I'm stressed, it usually makes my period a bit late.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, dang, you got to rub off your juju on me because I knew she was already on her period.
Yeah.
Literally, she walked in my house and she was like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Oh, me too. You were in my house for like not even 2 minutes.
Yeah. It'd be like that sometimes.
I
It's
appreciated
wild.
it. I needed it. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're welcome.
This one's from Amber. Kind of ties right into what we were just talking about. I've been having trouble having an appetite and eating enough. We're working on it. We're getting it under control. But she I think I had texted you. I texted you that I forgot to eat. It was like 9 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I had forgotten to eat yet. And then she's like, "Well, go eat something." And I was like, "Oh, I already did. I had some nuts, and I had quite a bit of nuts."
That's good.
And she texted me back and said, "Can we get a little veggie in there? Maybe a little carrot ranch?" And then she said, "Now I'm just picturing a ranch with carrots working there, carrot people."
It's the corn daddy story has never left me. And so now it's just like any vegetable can just be a walking, talking thing.
Butter producer.
Jesus. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Correct.
Oof.
That's hilarious. Carrot ranch.
I just love the image of a bunch of tiny little carrots.
I know.
Like the baby carrots for some reason.
Right. Yeah. And they're just like, doo, 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 doo.
Little cowboy hats on.
Yeah.
And gloves.
Right. Me with pencil legs is around there somewhere. Next text is from Tori. We were texting in the middle of the day, and Tori sent a voice note as per the usual. Like that's not none of that's uncommon for us. And I played the voice note, and I heard the bathwater running in the background, and I said, "Are you taking a bath right now?" Because same. And that's it. That's really all I wanted to share.
It was a Cito.
Simpatico.
Guys.
Simpacito is your version of it.
Or
just
Sigo. To say it the right way that time.
No.
Sigo works too, yeah.
Okay, see, I'm not. What does that even mean at this point? Like, I don't even know what that came from.
It was a typo. So
okay,
we had started saying simpacito instead of simpatico to each other, and then there was a typo and said simpasigo one time, and then I just had shortened it to Sigo.
I just think it's funny that like the different ways that we both pronounce that. No, that's hilarious. I love that we were both like, I'm gonna get in the bath in the middle of the day, and sometimes multiple times a day. Most days there's
on a lucky day for me. Yeah,
there's a double bath situation.
I do not miss an opportunity to take a bath So Love Island it's done.
I just want to say, was there marketing for the end of Love Island? Because if so, I did not see any. I thought the ending was so abrupt.
It's like more of a forewarning, kind of like, oh, we have, 10 episodes left, or
Yeah,
something like that, because y'all get me hooked, and then you take it away so fast.
I could
And
have
they
planned a
didn't.
little better if they had just let us know that the end
Right.
was coming. That's all I'm
Mhm.
saying. They're doing the family calls, and that was adorable and everything. Um, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Okay, Aaron, Kaylor, bye.
Right.
Like, see ya."
What do we think about that?
I
I think.
am so glad they didn't go to the finale. I think it's interesting because I was thinking about how Kaylor and Aaron didn't make it to the finale, but Cordell and Serena did. And Cordell had almost a worse Casa behavior
Mhm.
situation
But
than Aaron, but he actually like took accountability
yeah,
for it, I feel like.
exactly.
So I thought it was just super interesting to show that. And I was just really glad that Aaron wasn't rewarded for his shit behavior and able to go to the finale. I feel like the people who went to the finale did deserve to be there.
I agree. Yeah. And I wouldn't have been shocked if Aaron and Kaylor made it as well.
Mm-mm.
Um, but I think it makes sense that they didn't. I I hope wherever they end up, they're happy. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems like he's put her through so much, and that was like when they were together all the time. So I don't know. It's going to be hard being in two different countries.
Yeah, I don't trust that.
Hmm.
I thought the family phone calls were cute. I
Hmm.
did think Aaron and Kaylor's call was really cute, with their families and stuff. My favorite part of the calls was Serena's brother just absolutely giving Cordell zero slack. Like he was just absolute, like Cordell curses at one point and her brother's like, "Hey, not in front of my sisters and my niece." And he's just
I
like,
love
"Oh,
that.
okay." um yeah, that was priceless. I
I do wish the phone call section was a bit shorter. It was cute and sweet, and I do like to see like the family connections. But my gosh, it just felt like it went on for a
It
long
was the
time.
entire episode. Like
Yeah, it was
it,
too much.
it was pretty much, yeah. It was a little, I would have rather seen everybody get to see their families and it be shorter than how much time they spent with
Which is
just
how it
like,
used to be. Yeah.
yeah. So Rob and
Okay.
Cassie and Aaron and Kaylor, they get cut. And so
Hmm.
then the final four is Cordell and Serena, Leah and
Leah,
Miguel, Janae and Kenny, and
Nicole, and Kendall.
Nicole and Kendall,
Hmm.
who I really thought were going to win. I
And
felt like
they
they had the
were just
most
like,
normal relationship.
they had a very healthy relationship. I
Mm-hmm.
think it was like a relationship to aspire towards, kind of like a inspirational relationship, at least what we are seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, so I think that I was just hoping they would win for that reason, and not that the other couples don't have that. It's just like there was something that happened, like with Serena and Cordell, like the whole Casa Amor thing. It just like kind of for me puts them under Kendall and Nicole, because they were both
Yeah.
like super respectful during that time apart. Leah and Miguel were just too new, I feel like.
Yeah, they were new, but I do really think they seem to work together and they seem to
Hmm.
really make each other happy. So I really hope that they work out outside the
Are
villa
they still
because
together? Do we
it
know?
seems like it. Yeah, from
Okay.
like all the social media posts that I've seen, they're not. A bunch of the cast has been together and went to like Universal.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, super cute, but not everybody was there. It was like the majority of the cast, but Miguel wasn't there, and I didn't see any pictures of Aaron being there, so I don't think
Okay.
he was there either. But I'm not sure.
Hmm.
We can't be too sure.
He might have been in the woods
Yeah, he's still in the woods in
or
Fiji.
ocean. Yeah.
Yeah, in the ocean, just like floating.
So the winners were Serena and Cordell.
Hmm.
Um, I do like that. That would probably be my, I don't know, second or third choice, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I still just really wanted Nicole and Kendall, but I'll accept it.
Yeah. Did you see any of the like interviews Ariana did with each of the couples after the
Oh
finale was
no.
over? Okay, so I saw them on social media and the girls were all lit. Like they must have just let them do whatever they wanted after,
Yeah, I
because
bet
it's like
so.
over, and
Yeah.
they were visibly intoxicated,
Oh
all of the women,
no.
especially Nicole. I was like, oh my gosh, I've
Oh
never seen
wow.
them like that,
Yeah.
because they're so like they only get like one glass of champagne or one glass of
Right.
wine.
Interesting. I'm gonna go and watch those.
Yeah, I would find those ASAP. um yeah, no, all the couples were super cute. Honestly, one of my favorite parts when they were all dressed up and like coming out at the end, right before they announced the
Oh
winner.
yeah, I love that.
Kendall was like complimenting every single one of the women and was just like, oh my God, you look amazing. And I just, he's such a supportive king. Like,
Mhm.
we love to see it. I love him. Also, must be said that Ariana looked like a fucking galactic mermaid.
Wow, she did. Yeah.
Um,
The
just
abs.
all season she has looked incredible, but this
So good.
last outfit, the hair, the skirt, the top, all of it, just chef's kiss. Ariana, whoever styled her, incredible. I
So
will tell
beautiful.
you one thing that really threw me off about this
Oh,
whole thing is
okay.
that at the end they just randomly pick an envelope and
Mm.
they can decide to keep the money and not split it.
That's my favorite part. Yeah.
That is, this show is so savage. It borders on barbaric, like for
They're
sure.
testing. Was it love?
So, yes, I get it. Super interesting, super fucked up.
I love it. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone keep it all.
That's what I was going to ask. And I also
I can't
saw
remember.
an Instagram video because remember I said I have watched Love Island?
Oh yeah.
I think it was the first season of the US Love
Okay.
Island that I've seen because I recognized the girl. And I don't think I got all the way to the end, but I did watch like 90% of it.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So, so this is like your second season then, pretty much.
yeah,
90% is a lot. Yeah.
yeah,
So what do you think we'll do again?
yeah, totally. Never not. Yeah.
Yeah, this has been fun. All my other girlfriends, like Sho and Sam, have been watching it this season as well. I think Destin is as well, but she's slowly getting there.
There's a lot.
Um, yes,
Yeah, it's a
there's
lot
less,
to
and
keep
she
up
has
with.
a baby. Amber, I'm pretty sure you know this story, but it's probably been a while since you've heard it. This must have been, I don't know, like 7, 8 years ago. I met someone named Jim through a friend. Um, and Jim and I were just like hanging out a lot, but he seemed kind of like emotionally unavailable. And we were hanging out for a couple months, I think. Honestly, I don't even have like a pulse of how long it was. I just remember it was like kind of a short time frame overall. Um, and he eventually told me that like he didn't want to be in a serious relationship, and that he didn't feel like he was ready for that. And I was like, okay, totally understandable. And we remained friends. We kept like talking, and I think we hung out a couple more times after that. But I had started talking to my next, who ended up being my next long-term boyfriend, once he said that he wasn't into having a relationship. Um, so I ended things with Joe, or I just kind of stopped hanging out with him.
You
So
did start calling the guy Joe halfway through.
halfway through what?
You just
Oh,
called him.
Joe instead of Jim.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
We're gonna call him Jim.
Joe Jim. That is
And
interchangeable. Joe Jim.
Yeah.
Either one.
Joe and Jim are the same person.
Yeah, that's the same name. What are you talking about?
I'm going to say we're going to call him Joe, and then we can move that to the front. Does that make sense?
I'm pretty sure you called him Jim as well, though.
Fuck. Okay. Joe and Jim are the
Confused
same
both.
person. Things were kind of fizzling out with Joe Jim because we didn't have the same things that we wanted out of the connection. And then things started picking up with Leon. So Joe, Jim, and I. So Joe, Jim, and I, and this is only Joe, Jim is just one person.
Thank you for clarifying. Because I was starting to get confused.
Joe, Jim, and I went our separate ways, okay? So I don't talk to this person. I hear through the grapevine, through a common friend, that he all of a sudden was offended that I ended up getting serious with someone else, which I was pretty confused about because he had told me that he wasn't trying to get serious, but I never really spoke to the guy much anymore after that, and life went on, right? So it must have been maybe like 3 years later. Our mutual friends are getting married, and we're both supposed to be in the bridal party. Joe Jim tells the bride and the groom that he cannot be in their bridal party because I'm going to be there. Okay. Now that's quite a grudge to hold, right? And I'm like, wow, how strange for him to hold such a grudge over like me just moving on when he said he wasn't into something serious. And my mutual friend was like, well, there was more to it. And I said, oh, what could that be? And she says, well, he said that you were at a music festival and I used to go to a lot of music festivals. And so Joe Jim told our mutual friend, the bride, that I was at the same music festival that he was at, and that he was having sex with his girlfriend, and I was outside their tent, like laughing at them. Okay. And I'm like, whoa, me? And then I'm like, okay. And I hadn't been to a music festival in a while, but again, I had been to a lot of them. So I'm like, which music festival was it? Maybe maybe we were camping near each other and like he had heard me from a distance or something, but I don't ever remember seeing him at a music festival or knowing that he was at one that I was at, right? So she tells me, oh, it was this music festival this year, which had been it was like the weekend before, like her talking to me. And I hadn't been to a music festival in like a year at that point. And I was like, no, that was not me. And so it's just so strange that he, to this day, believes that I was outside their tent laughing at them while they were having sex at a music festival that I was not at. And he did not come to their wedding when he was supposed to be a best man because of that.
It's giving Angela vibes. Like you
it's
created.
Strange. I'm assuming that there was maybe like some mushrooms involved or something.
Yeah.
But still odd.
Yeah, really odd to make that assumption. Like, how did you draw that assumption?
And then the bride even told him, oh no, I think you must be mistaken. Like she wasn't even there. And he's like, no, I know what I heard. So that was a strange story.
So on today's Who's a Better Friend, we're going to talk about hobbies. And I think I nailed Tori's. I think I'm going to go 3 for 3 is my guess. Damn. And I think I have the order
I'm
right.
I'm nervous.
I think I do. Maybe not. I'm not sure.
I feel like mine are easier. I do want to preface that.
Tori's are easier. She has hobbies, many, and she does them. Mm-hmm. On a regular basis. Mm-hmm. Okay, so number one is number one is disc golf.
Of course, yeah.
It has to be.
God damn it, 2 points.
Okay, the second one is video games.
God damn it.
Yes. Yes. Ah. And the third is music.
Oh, that's a good one actually.
Damn it.
It didn't make the list because I haven't been out to music in so long. But you are right, like that is I had for 3 diamond art.
Okay, see, I didn't include diamond art. I think we should have prefaced this. I didn't include diamond art in my
Oh,
hobbies because
okay.
um it's I felt like that was cheating.
Okay.
But
Well.
it is. Like if I have to say right now like the hobbies I want to do, diamond art is number 1.
Right.
So I or actually it would be number 2. I stick with my
Interesting.
first hobby.
Okay, so number 1, what I had for you is arts and crafts in general, including diamond art.
That's amazing. That was my second answer.
Okay, I got a point.
Uh-huh.
Number 2, I have thrifting.
Oh, that's a good one. I didn't put that as a hobby, but I should have.
Of course you didn't.
That's good.
Um,
I am a good thrifter.
Number 3, I know is wrong. I have that game. I forget what game it is, but we both like it. It's
Heads
the game
up.
with
The phone.
no, video game.
Crash Bandicoot.
That's it.
Yes.
And I knew that probably didn't make your list, but
It
that
didn't.
was all I could think of. So.
But if I were to write a video game on my list, the only one would be Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
I suck at every other. Tori and I tried to play Cuphead a few weeks ago.
Oh my God.
You know how they give you like that
so
thing at the end that shows you how far you made it, and like my guy didn't even move. Like he's still at the start line. Like no, it's just not gonna happen for me.
That game is so hard.
Okay, so it's interesting what can be considered a hobby. I probably should have considered thrifting, but what I wrote for my hobbies are reading.
Oh, I should have gotten that. Idiot.
Reading was like that was like the one I was like, this is
that's on me. That's on me, yeah.
And then I put crafting, and then I put my third option I would have accepted either cooking or feng shui. Because I love moving things.
I should have done that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that. And I thought about cooking too, but I wasn't sure like how much you enjoy it or how much you do it because you have to.
Because it's necessity.
So, right.
I do love like making pesto with basil from my garden. Like that kind of stuff I love to do.
Okay.
I hate cooking dinner every night. But I love when I can like play in the kitchen or like make dessert with my kids or something like that. Or even like last night we did make nachos because James was like, we should have nachos, and we were just like, bet, okay,
every day.
That's it. So we did make the nachos, and James made the cheese sauce for me. Like I walked him through doing that. So it is like, I guess it is kind of a hobby. And Sean and I have always cooked a lot together. But yeah, I do really like cooking, especially when it's like something I want to make and not just because I have to cook.
So Amber got 4 points this round. Tori got 1. So,
how did I get 4 points?
Because it's 2 if you get it in the right position as well.
That's right.
Yeah, so Tori got 1. Typical. So Amber wins. Amber is the better friend. Forever and always. I don't know why she even puts up with me, to be honest.
This game is like such a poor judge of who's a better friend because it couldn't even. Tori always does the clips, you guys. She does the clips, and it's harder than you would think. I think I've done like 3 clips in my entire career.
The clips it's a lot. It's fun though, making the clips too.
Yeah.
Okay, so next week we're gonna do our favorite Taylor Swift eras. And I think I might have a shot at this one.
Oh my God, that means I have to decide what my top 3 are. Oh my God. No, okay, no, there has to be 3. There has to be 3. I can't do 2.
I almost want to petition for 5.
Oh my God, this is going to be so hard.
I am going to dye my hair orange today.
I am so ready for this.
Yeah. Because you're coming. Yeah, Amber's coming over actually later.
Are
and
you
we're gonna
bleaching?
have some Italian. No, I'm not bleaching.
You're
No
just
way.
doing the blonde parts.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
We're
amazing.
gonna have some. It's yeah.
We're having two
Sorry.
different conversations. I'm sorry. You're still podcasting, and I'm like, are you gonna? I have 35 questions.
Amber's gonna come over later, and my boss just got back from Italy and brought some Italian pesto, and we are gonna cook something with the pesto.
Fuck yes.
Or we're gonna have little croissant pesto bites or something.
Just
We haven't
eat the
decided.
pesto out of the jar. It's from Italy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
And I'm gonna dye my hair orange, so that's where the night's going.
Follow us on Instagram at Out of Touch PCast. Follow us on TikTok at Out of Touch Moments, and send us an email at outoftouchcast@gmail.com.
Boom.
Bye.